Hi, my name is Lynn Parsons, and I would like to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Auntie Venom. It's going to be a little bit of vlog, a little bit of history, my personal history, a little bit of viewpoint on various things that are going on, gardening, all kinds of different things. But I'd like really today, got a lot going on. I live here in South Florida. Staring down another hurricane season. I am still doing repairs on my home and everything concerning hurricanes and trying to do as much of it as I can. I do have PTSD from combat PTSD from 3 years that I worked looking for missing people in Iraq. I have medical PTSD from being a cancer survivor, hurricane PTSD, just a whole lot of issues currently, and I want to be upfront about that. But part of getting over those issues is talking about it, and I'm ready to do that. So, currently one of the things I'm facing, like there's a lot of talk in the news about passport bros and older men hooking up with younger women, and because they're submissive, there's a power differentiation, and just all kinds of things with differences in ages and positions in life, positions of authority, and the whole 9 yards. So I don't even know where to start. Currently, we'll just start telling stories. Currently, what is on my mind is I used to be a volunteer search and rescue person in the state of Florida, and I traveled to Panama to look for the bodies of political prisoners during the Manuel Noriega time frame. So the person that funded that was a gentleman named Mr. Fonseca, and I believe it's a Netflix movie concerning, it's called The Panama Papers, concerning his corruption, his funding and offshore things. So this gentleman who has very questionable background and is an attorney funded the entire search. So all kinds of things happened while we were down there. There was an archaeologist that we had worked for, had her entire family threatened when we showed up to work. Used to be a penal colony. One of the last prisoners there bolted on horseback, and anyway, so seemed like everywhere we went, the intel was being leaked of where we were there. There were death threats. Before we even landed, intel had been leaked and all of our names were leaked, and so we were definitely under threat at all times. So we had gone in to work after there was a dog handler who was pretty infamous in the cadaver dog world, human remains detection world. Her name is Sandy Anderson. She had worked in Panama, and she had sprinkled is a good word. She had brought her own human remains, teeth and this, that, and the other, when she came into the country, and basically blew the entire country's trust in her. So the people that I went in under had gone in, Mr. Fonseca, who was funding everything, wanted to make sure that all the handlers going into this search were law enforcement. I was not law enforcement. I was never law enforcement. I was always a civilian volunteer search and recovery dog handler. So he was very shocked when he learned that we were not all law enforcement. So, I'm shocked, he's shocked, I'm learning things that are happening. The whole situation is just really awful. I have ADHD. I didn't learn this until I was in my 50s. So any kind of justice not coming and happening really gets under my craw, and I can't get past it. I really can't. So I'm working on it. Anyway, so you hear a lot of stuff about passport bros and them going and messing around and whatnot. So let's say, conjecturing, that one of the people involved in this was in the process of a divorce, was married, was in a process, or no, this I think was part of why, maybe, I forget all the process. Anyway, so there was a divorce going on. Lies were being told. We were, anyway, so we're in a position where our lives are being threatened. People who had put this together are actively cheating on their spouse at home. They have a history of cheating on the spouse that they're now angry at because that spouse has been cheating on them. And my goodness. So that person hooked up with not one, not two, but like 3 different guards that took part in this, and ended up later marrying a guard that was like a 27-year marriage was ended so that one of those people could be brought to the United States and as the new spouse. But like all of these guards that was cheated on all had spouses and children that were affected by all of this. It was just horrible. And like, how are you supposed to deal with that? And how are you supposed to just keep a lid on that and be told, keep quiet about it? Don't say anything about it. Don't just, loyalty. Now this is someone, you're supposed to be loyal to the team, everybody, but that same person has never shown you that same loyalty or honesty or integrity in any way, shape, or form. And so I'm tired of carrying these secrets. They don't need to be carried anymore, and consequently, it wasn't a man that did that. It was a woman that did that. So, I mean, it's bad enough when it's a man that's cheating on a spouse and causing problems in other people's marriages. It was a woman who did it. So I'm all for women empowerment, but my God, the cost, the utter cost, and the disrespect.